Okay, this is Monica's expanded Celtic cross. Monica, I'm surprised we drew you because you were one of the 7 card or 5 card speed reads, and because that event was very experimental, I kind of said it doesn't. We're not going to include that as recent reads. But moving forward, what I'm going to ask people to do is if you've recently had a read, and this is more for our next contest than this one, to basically not enter, because we're going to want to give everybody a chance. And also, I was tempted to go back and review the read because out of fear of contradicting myself, and I figured, the cards are going to come up and my intuition is just going to tell me what's going on. And I really, I've done so many reads. I'm not sure I remember exactly what I read for you the last time. So this will be interesting to see if I contradict myself or not. What we're looking at here as we start your read off, it looks like you're kind of in a rough situation. You're trying to move out of it, and you're heading toward moving out of it. And it looks like there may even be some travel for you involved in getting clear. The 2 cards that come up kind of do spell it out that way. And it looks like you do have some new things ahead of you. When I look at the of what's working in the root of your situation, it looks like when it comes to your relationships, you're kind of torn. You're being pulled more directions than once. When you look at your career and your finances, it looks like you're busy, in a good kind of way. And your home life, it looks like you've got. Well, I'll get to it later, but it looks like you're considering a move. You're considering whether you should venture out or not. And there's kind of that theme in other cards here. And it's interesting because I do the read, I look at it, I consider it, and then I put the camera on, and then in the process of making a video of the read, things will again surface to me. So it looks like in the past you've had a lot of good relationships. It looks like they've been very comfortable in the home life kind of situation and family. And again, it looks like career-wise and financially you've been secure for a little bit. But at home, it looks like you've won victories. I mean, it's the kind of victory that if you had it at work, when you win, there's winners and losers, and that's just the way sometimes it is in the financial world. But at home, you really don't want to have that kind of win. At home, you want to make things a win-win situation. You want everyone to be happy. You don't want to have to make someone else lose to be the winner. And I kind of get the feeling, well, this is cards and intuition. It's interesting because the 2 play together, and what the cards tell me and what intuition I pick up on, and sometimes they align and sometimes they dance with each other. But I'm really getting strong on both the card and the intuition that there's some kind of situation at home where there's winners and losers, and that's not really the way you want to be. And you're the winner, and you want to try to watch that because you don't want to win at someone else's expense. And that's the vibe I'm getting. And in the near future, it looks like things are going to be sort of stymied. They're going to be a situation where there's the potential for a lot of good things, but they're all being blocked. There's potential for some, in your relationships, some real dynamic, positive things happening at the mental level for you, but they're being blocked. Career-wise, in the near future, there's potential that's, possible, celebrations of things that aren't going to be coming about anytime soon. It's as if, once again, there's some element in your near future, and I think as I get through this, I look at these reads as I'm learning to do this spread, and it's really wonderful how of these three categories, love and relationships, finance and career, and home life, you'll see one of these get featured and then the others are affected by the one. And in yours, it's this home life situation that I get the feeling things are revolving around. That's part of the reason all this potential you have in your near future is being stunted, because there is something that's not necessarily ideal at home. And once again, there's the near future kind of spells that out in all your near future cards. And in your more distant future card, you've got a very positive look for your love and relationships. You've got, well, I'll tell you specifically what come up in your distant future is the Fool, which for me is an incredibly good card to pull for love and relationships, because they should be carefree. They should be, have that element of trust and faith, as if you would walk off a cliff for someone. And I guess pulling this up as, there's so many real positive images in here. He's holding, I don't know if you can see it very well here, but the flower, he's holding a rose, and there's a butterfly, which is a symbol of renewal. So there's just, that to me, just, it looks like in that department in your distant future, things are going to really blossom. Career-wise, it looks like you may have to make some sacrifices, but they look like the type of sacrifices that are going to yield rewards for you. Not necessarily monetary rewards, but maybe making some kinds of sacrifices in your finances and in your career that are going to give you more spiritual benefit. And long term, it looks like this home situation, there's going to be change for the positive. Will change. I think the positive is going to be up to you. I get the feeling that this change, long-term change in your home life in the future, is not going to be voluntary either. But you're going to have to see how it pans out. And as we go to these other, these cards, what's in the emotional place, it looks like you have work that needs done. That there's some work on yourself that you've it's not about anger. I feel regret. I feel it's about regret. It's as if the work you need to do on yourself is to stop having these regrets and look more toward the future. And that's more of an intuitive thing that came to me for some reason. It looks like people see that there's some things lacking in your life as far as how you're viewed at the family level. And once again, this is going back to centered around the home situation. And it's like there's this eloquent, powerful woman that you want to be, but you don't believe you can be it. There's some part of you, maybe because you're focused on regret or for whatever reason. And it's not an ideal. It's not like you've got this, Mary Tyler Moore image of this perfect woman who's got it all together and you can't be here. It's more like there's this realistic idea of what a strong, powerful woman should be that you're not letting yourself become. Because you're blocking yourself in certain regards and with regrets. And as I look at your outcome cards, they reinforce that so strongly. Just to show you what I'm talking about, you know, we have the Queen of Pentacles in the area of your hopes and dreams, but it's reversed. And your final outcome cards are all very good, positive, strong cards, but again, they're reversed, which shows that they're blocked or are an opposite. And different readers have different formulas for whether a reverse card is a situation that's blocked or whether it's the opposite of what the card is. I use intuition and also relate it to the rest of the cards in the spread. And you know, you have the Empress, Strength, and the Two of Cups, as well as this Queen of Pentacles, all reversed, which really drives home this idea that there is this person that you want to become and are trying to become, that I see, that I think is a incredibly wonderful, strong, and powerful person. But you need to get past this thing that's blocking you. And like I say, I don't know if it's been anything drastic or anything hurtful in your past, but I'm getting the feeling you might have hurt someone or injured someone. And once again, this is reinforced by some other things that I've seen in the cards, and that maybe you need to forgive yourself for that, or maybe to seek the forgiveness of this individual. But you need to get past it somehow if you ever want to attain the kind of personal power that you know you're capable of, that you see yourself as, but you're blocking yourself from becoming. Okay, I hope this makes sense to you. I hope it makes more sense to you than it does to me, because I'm on the outside looking in, you're on the inside looking out. So let me know how this has worked out for you, okay? Good luck to you.